Alright, so sorry, that took a little bit longer than I expected. Hello, welcome, good morning everybody. I am Felix, Berlin-based composer. Today is the 7th of September, Thursday, 10 AM. I wanted to start streaming, well, today. It's a little bit later. Nonetheless, it's nice to see you all here. And yeah, welcome to this little live stream where I basically take you on a journey, on my journey on what it means to be a self-employed freelance composer and all that entails. Today, tomorrow, there's something important happening, and that is, I'll just start with that, and that is my new album will be out tomorrow. So that's, as some of you might know, that's a pretty big thing for everybody releasing music. In my case, not so much because it's already releasing. No, releasing tomorrow. All right. Because that's in my case, I have released most of the singles already. Most of the tracks as singles already. But some of them are still unreleased, and let me see. I can show you. Fragmente it's called, because it's all just little fragments which I wrote in a pretty hard, rough time in my life. Almost 2 years ago already. But these are the tracks, 18 tracks. It's a lot, it's quite a lot. And it will release tomorrow, so there was a lot of stuff to do. Yesterday, for example, we recorded a music video. I can't show you too much of that. Well, I can show you all of it, basically. Wait, but I can just give you a little sneak peek behind the scenes. Wait, let me just check real quick. Because shooting music videos is always fun, and for me it's hey, where is it? Elegy. There it is. Not allergy, but elegy. Elegy. And right now it's still in the making. Yesterday we were here late at night. We were worried that our neighbors might say something, but they didn't. And it's a pretty quiet track, so that's fine. Wait, let me see if I can find some photos. Yeah, wait. Maybe I can show you this one here. Wait. Yeah, that's from yesterday. Me sitting at the piano. 2 lights. I built these, like, you have to build these lights, like assemble them, and it takes a long time. And that's how it looked. The piano here in the background, me on the table, on the chair. 1 light there, 1 light to the left. So you get these nice, maybe you can see them here. No, you can, and it's all black and white again. I'm a little bit, you know, for my next album, things won't be just black and white, I think, because I like color. But yeah, with this, you get these nice background lights. I really like that. And also with the old lenses, you get these lens flares, which I also really like. And basically, my girlfriend and I, I was playing and she was filming. And that's how we did that. And just from, I think, 7 different perspectives, I played the track with playback every time. And yeah, then it's really just assembling all these perspectives. And you see these little, I really like these lens flares. And these old lenses are not that, like, technically these are mistakes in a way, but I really like the way it looks. Yeah, and here you can see it as well, like in the left corner, this one. Yeah, no, I just, this is basically a performance video. These are easy to do. Not easy to do, but conceptually it's pretty straightforward. You just have somebody who's play the music, and then some, just moody B camera, whatever, B-roll. I don't know how this is called, but just to set the mood. Maybe this is a little bit dark, is it? Yeah, and then now it's really just preparing all that. It's a little bit dark. Let's make this a little brighter. I mean, this should be dark, but not that dark. I don't know. And I had to, adjust all the. It took all our best living plants, the ones that still did well, and just placed them here and there. So that kind of looks. This usually doesn't look like that. This workplace here. But except for the lights and the plants, it does look like that. Hey, and I printed. I actually bought from my own store. Bought the printed versions of the covers, which you can get, by the way, on my homepage. Wink, wink. But yeah, printed these, put them up there, and yeah, I think they look pretty nice. Yeah, but that's what happened last week. I also did lots of stuff concerning the notation of that album because I want to, sell that. Hey, Kali Session is here. I'm sorry, the chat is really small right now. Kali Session, hey, nice to see you. How are you? And Losing My Mind is here. Hey, Losing My Mind, long time no see. How are you doing? How's the Spotify game going? Yeah, I've been working on these transcribing the piano pieces. Man, this one took, like, I spent literally the whole day yesterday transcribing Opal, because it's, it looks fairly simple. I'll play it for you. Sounds fairly simple, but then yeah, the first part is easy, and then come these little variations, and because it's a dippin' bippin' bippin' bippin', you always think the higher chord is on the downbeat, but then again it switches in some points, and now the lower melody is in, so it's little stuff like, and now there's a 15/16th bar, and then 4/4 again, because this is basically an improvisation, and transcribing an improvisation is really just, it's a lot of work. Losing My Mind writes, I'm good, how are you? Yeah, I'm okay, I think. Some of you know that my girlfriend, my partner, got pretty sick after the birth of our second child. And it's really serious. So it was. Right now it's getting better, but yeah, it's still kind of, we have to adjust to a new reality, which is, it's not life-threatening, so that's fine. But it's still a lot of things to deal with. Yeah, but it's getting better, and we're getting used to our new normal, and it's getting better. So And tomorrow the new album will be out, which is fun to prepare. Actually, I really enjoy making these videos and cutting them and preparing the sheet music, and I think I also designed designed a nice cover for the sheet music. Wait, I can show you. I'm a little bit proud of that. Okay, now this is for the... oh no, that's not the final version. New. Ah, wait, it's somewhere completely different. There. No. Oh. Yeah, that's for the piano score. So that's the first page, and then you get some content index, and then you get the sheet music, which will kind of look like this. It's still in preview, so these annotations will have to go, and the date will have to go, and the order is still kind of random. But yeah, it's lots of pages of music, and one piece is still missing. This one, I have to transcribe that, but that's not too much work anymore. Brush strokes, I really like that. It's a pretty simple one page thing. Yeah, but you get the idea. Yeah, it's a lot of fun to do that, to prepare that. So that's good. I think I like to do that. Losing My Mind writes, I did not release much music this year. Was working on other projects. Yeah, that's life for you, right? Sometimes there's just lots of other stuff coming your way. It's just the same with me. Like, it's. I had to work on. I still have to work on these audiobooks, which are great projects. You know, I get to work with some of the best orchestras we have in Germany in beautiful recording halls and concert halls, but I do have to write a lot of music for that, so it takes up a lot of time. I could rather also spend on, you know, making this, releasing, working on the new track, working on the collaboration with these wonderful artists I've been meaning to work with for 1.5 years, and I didn't get to really prepare these collaborations. So yeah, but right now that's how it is, right? And you use the time you have to do what's most important at that point. So, oh, that's good. Carly Session writes, I'm good, thanks. I hope you and your partner are well too. By the way, can't wait for the new album. Yeah, that's so nice to hear. Thank you. I mean, honestly, there's not too much new stuff there, but it's kind of all collected in one big package. And I think there should be YouTube. Let me see. I think I prepared a music video with all the tracks. I mean, honestly, this is blatantly stolen from lots of other labels who do that. But tomorrow there will be this video where you have basically all the tracks from this album in one YouTube video with a track list and a link to the sheet music, which you can then hopefully buy, because I still have to prepare that for tomorrow. Yeah, for a berceuse, for the piano album, there's the wave download and all that. I've also already put the Fragmente album for sale there, because it's not released yet, but it's still there. I mean, it's not like anybody cares really, but you know, yeah, it's on there already. So yeah, and I mean, there's so much stuff to do. It never really stops. You know, for example, these art prints from Fragmente, which I really like. I really like these. I also have to put up the other ones as well. They're really big, like 61 by 91 centimeters is really large. So I think I have to offer smaller versions of that, and yeah, and people actually do buy these. I was really surprised that people go to the store and buy stuff. But yeah, some people actually do end up there and buy some stuff. Yeah, but there's a lot of stuff to do until the release tomorrow. So, and also prepare all these social media posts, and yeah, it's a lot. It's quite a lot to do. But yeah, I'm really, it's also fun for me. So, Losing My Mind writes, how was your experience working with label? Well, it was, in a way, it was kind of good because they took care of the mastering, and they took care of a good cover, so that's fine. And they also, pitch. I think they have a distributor that pitches to other places than Spotify. So that track I released with that label actually landed on a Apple Music playlist, a pretty big one. But in the end, I'm not quite sure if I prefer working with a label. I mean, a small indie label like that, it's fine, I guess, but still, I think, right now that track generates about 1,000 euros a month, I think, in revenue, and I only get 40 or 50% of that. I'm thinking, obviously, without their support, it maybe wouldn't have ever gotten there, so maybe it would have just, had its 50,000 plays, 10,000 plays, and that's it. And now it's getting much more. But yeah, I don't know. I still really enjoy owning 100% of the rights to everything I do, and just not worrying about, am I allowed to show that now? Am I allowed to send that to people? Getting all of the revenue. And I think, sometimes it's... that's, I think, my takeaway. I think just occasionally releasing stuff with a label and with different labels is actually a good idea, because they can open doors for you in places that you wouldn't have gotten in otherwise. But for the majority, I think I want to stay fully independent. For example, one track I released with Theodor Wolgers, who's with a big classical label. That track landed on a fairly big Apple Music playlist, because I think a big label has other leverage against the streaming service, or however you phrase that, but they can make things happen on other places, and on Spotify as well. So that track landed on a really big Apple Music playlist, but don't get me wrong, it's nice, but I won't ever see any money from that, I think, because most of it goes to the label, then to the management, and then after that, half of it goes to Theodor and half of it goes to me, but just after they recouped all the costs. So I won't ever see any money from that, or at least not any substantial money. Also, it didn't really perform that well, I guess, because it didn't stay on these playlists for long on Apple Music. But what happened is that's what I think, is that somebody at Apple Music who was responsible for placing these tracks there also looked at other tracks I made, maybe on Spotify, and saw, okay, this Berceuse track, which you might know, this one, is doing pretty well, so it has like 4 million, 5 million streams. Let's add that. And so after, wait, where is it? After this collaboration track with Theodor was taken down from that playlist, the Berceuse track was added to another playlist and has been on these playlists ever since. I hope that it still does and stays there. But yeah, okay, something happened here, so it's going down again. But yeah, that's how it is, it's a constant up and down. Sarabande is doing okay. Berceuse is, yeah, that's how it is. Nocturne was the track that I think got me these placements in the first place. So I think sometimes it's good to just do these, work with a label here, see what they can do and which doors they can open, and work with another label here, and I just see these as investments. So even if I don't ever see any money from that, even if I lose some money on something because I'm shooting a music video or I'm investing a lot of time, I think it's worth it to just release a single here, a single there with a label and see what they can do, just to, you know, broaden your foothold in this industry. Losing My Mind writes, yeah, it must be your first Apple playlist placement. No, it was actually, this one was, I think, my second, third. I mean, these are the 4 playlists. This piano chill playlist is, I think, just the Nocturne thing here, which is constantly getting like 49 plays. So it's basically non-existent, but it's still there. Then we have Blossom. That was pretty nice. I mean, it's a fairly small playlist, but come on, you can do it. But Berceuse. Oh, okay. Berceuse was taken from that playlist. Okay. Now I get it. Okay. Yeah, it did. Okay, apparently it didn't do too well. So was taken. That also explains why the streams dropped 4 weeks ago. Yeah, but it was on there for, you know, it's not the biggest of playlists, but it's okay. And it's always sad when that goes away, but that's how it is. The streams giveth, the streams taketh. That's how it is. And I don't really have any, you know, any influence over that. I can just watch and think, that's good. Well, that's how it goes. Yeah, and Pure Focus and Pure Calm. But these are mainly like, Sarabande is on there, and what else on there as well. But I feel like I constantly have to release stuff. That's, I think, one of the most important things, because you know, eventually these tracks fall off these playlists, and then you need to have something else. And a pure on this playlist, I think Berceuse is on this playlist, I think. Anyway, it's pretty bugged right now. Yeah. But yeah, overall, I think it's okay. There's still a lot of stuff to do, and I'm thinking what to do today. I don't quite know. We could transcribe this track, although transcribing a track on live stream is pretty boring. I think it's not fun to watch. Another thing we could do, and maybe we'll do that, is prepare just a little teaser video for Instagram, like a 30-second, 40-second track. One in for the stories and one for the, you know, videos, for the feed. I think we can do that today. Yeah, but if you have any idea or want to talk about anything, just let me know, and we can do whatever you like, really. Losing My Mind writes, I recently found out that there are a lot of distributors who will pitch your music to music platforms, but first their team needs to approve it. Yeah, that's I think the label I've been working with for this Sarabande track, for this Sarabande piece, they actually have a distributor who does that. They said something about they are in France somewhere. I don't know. But this distributor, and I think there are many distributors like that, they actively pitch the music, and that's the downside, they also take a chunk of your revenue. So say they take, I don't know, 10%, 20%, whatever, maybe even more of that revenue. They obviously have an incentive to help that track garner as much attention and streams as possible, because, you know, they get a share of it. Yeah, I'm not really sure how to feel about that. But yeah, right now I think I feel quite comfortable with DistroKid, because, you know, it's really simple. I pay them like $30 a year or something, or 40. I don't know. It's really ridiculously low. And I just keep 100% of everything. That's good. You get 100%. So, I don't know. It's just I think what would work better for me is just to look for interesting collaborations and small labels and just do some little drops with them here and there. I think that's for me, that's the better strategy to get into these playlists, because first of all, especially if you do collaborations, if you collaborate with an artist you like and you release a track together, that track will be in their catalog basically for as long as, you know, as they are active and they are there. And there will always be a link from their audience to your audience, and you can, you know, mutually benefit from that. So it's always good. And yeah, from my experience with my very limited experience with that label, these things can be door openers to places you wouldn't have imagined to be possible otherwise. Yeah. So that's I don't know. Like another update. I don't know. There's not much to say really. Yeah, tomorrow the new album will be out, but that's it basically. Not much has changed from last week. And I still have to do lots of work for the audiobook, but I have to do that tomorrow. Oh, yeah, tomorrow, I think. Yeah, okay, so, Losing My Mind writes, yeah, they do, mostly flat fee. Flat fee, yeah? Is it? I mean, there are probably lots of different approaches to this. But I mean, I'm right now I'm really happy with DistroKid, and I don't see... Maybe I should get more into this and read about what other people say, but right now I'm really happy with DistroKid. And I mean, they are the largest provider of tracks to the whole streaming market, I think. There's a wonderful podcast, Music Business Worldwide. I highly suggest this podcast, by the way, if you really want to know more about the music industry, and that's stuff you can just, you know, listen to while you're riding a train or something. It's always really interesting because you really get an insight into how this industry works and what's important and what's maybe not important, what the trends may be. Yeah, it's a good podcast. I really appreciate, really enjoy listening to that. So, what do we do today? What do we do? Well, the drunk can say that. What do we do with it? Yeah, I would also like to work on this sheet music, but Losing My Mind writes, I used to use DistroKid until they stopped using credit cards from India as payment method. Oh, it did? Okay. That's bad. But why? Okay. And PayPal? Well, anyway. Okay, that's weird. Yeah, but... And how is it with the... there's some kind of tax treaty Germany has with the United States, and DistroKid is, I think, based in Canada or the United States. Anyway, I think it's in the United States, and Germany has some kind of tax contract with the United States, so they don't have to withhold any taxes. Because in some countries, when you're, for example, I think there was some guy from Brazil, was it, or Mexico? I don't know. Somewhere in Latin America, who was ranting about DistroKid keeping lots of his revenue, and that was because they have to withhold it for their federal taxes in the United States, because that person who was in let's say it was Bolivia, had to pay taxes on his income in the United States because they don't have a contract, they have a tax treaty with the United States. So that can happen, but it's important to check if your country does have a tax treaty with the United States, in that case, if you're using DistroKid. But yeah, Robin Ranga is here. Hello, bro. I'm your big fan. All right, thank you. It's nice to have you, Robin. How are you? How are you doing? Yeah, I think today we're going to just cut a little video for tomorrow's release, because I mean, this is a big part of being a musician. You have to do all that stuff. And on the last live stream, that was interesting as well, I think. We talked about like the benefits of being with a label, and one person wrote, "Hey, wouldn't it be nice if you have a label and they take care of all this music video stuff and all the artistic things and writing pitches and all that?" And I think it's really naive to think that if you're as some kind of small artist like me, you come to a big label and they do everything for you. They have a plan and they have this big team that's just working to make it happen for you. That's, I think, not how it is from what I've heard and what I've seen. I mean, there are these teams at these big labels, but they have hundreds of people like you and like me. And yeah, what they do is it's okay, it's decent. Like it's but it's not like you can just sit back, relax, and just write music all day long. That's not how it works. You still have to do lots of this stuff, and so I think that's also another point to take away for. And I really genuinely enjoy cutting these videos, planning the different shots, and thinking about which lenses to use, where to put the lights, which colors, and all this stuff, everything surrounding that, because that's kind of my hobby as well. So I can basically use all my hobbies and graphics design and video editing and all that stuff. I can use all of that, and I think it's a really good thing if you do that, because but again, as a musician, I obviously am not just writing music. I'm also doing all that stuff, and I have to. Robin writes, please say my name once. I'm fine, sir. From which country do you belong? Bro, what is your country name? Dude, you sound like some I don't know. Sounds funny. I'm from Germany. I'm in Berlin right now. But it's nice to have you. I'm always kind of I don't know. It's kind of weird when people say bro to me. It feels weird, but I mean, I guess it's just that's how it is. Kali Session writes, but you're not small. But you're not small to me. Thank you, Kali Session. Well, I thought if you have a lot of plays online, Spotify, Apple Music, etc., you have more options for things. Yeah, I think you have more leverage because you already bring an audience in a way. And yeah, but and I mean, I think if you don't have anything but you have good music, and you have you have an album ready and you just send it to some labels and they will say, yeah, that's great, we would like to work with you. And we will get 70% of your revenue, please. And if you do have a management, that management will get 20% of your revenue, and then you're left with 10%, which is maybe a good deal for your first album if you think you don't want to do all that. I mean, and you still have to do all this work, right? You have to. It's not like you sit. Once you're with the label, you can just sit back and just write music all day. That's not how it works, I think. But I think you may have more leverage the bigger you are. And I think for me right now, I still think, I mean, I have, well, let me just show you. What I have right now is pretty volatile because in a way, yeah, I mean, there are 200,000 something listeners, plus minus, sometimes 300,000, sometimes 100 something thousand. But these streams, if you look at the, wait, where is it? Are mostly, where is it? Source of streams, no, that's not what I wanted. hey, did they take that down again? Because they had a really nice feature where you could see segments. Oh, right, that's what I mean. Only 1% of this audience, I mean, these are listeners from the past 2 years, but only 1% of these listeners from the last 2 years are really an active audience. And active means they intentionally streamed my music because they wanted to hear it. Light listeners. Okay, to be honest, I still don't fully understand this. But yeah, as you can see, my main takeaway is that more than 90% of the people listening to my music are listening to it from like Spotify algorithmic playlists or editorial playlists. So basically playlists where it's just, it's running in the background while they're doing something else. It's not like they are active fans. So if I had, that's why I think the most important number for me is actually where is it? Overview followers, this one. Because these are people who actually click on your profile and want to hear more of your music once it comes out. And these are people you can really call, like, maybe not fans, but they like it enough. And if I click on a follow on some artist's profile, I usually like their music enough to be, to know more about them, to follow them more closely. So the more followers I think I have, this, because like I said, that's an important number, and that's still fairly small. So to make it short, I do have lots of listeners, but they are like not active listeners. They are not active fans. They just listen to that stuff in the background, and that's it. But it's always a possibility for them to turn into an active listener base, or maybe even fans and super fans or whatever, who go on my website and buy the stuff and support me and maybe come to a concert. I'm still having a plan about envisioning a concert here in Berlin. It will happen, but it might take time because it should be good. I want it to be good. Ono is here, right? Hi Felix, I got a notification for your live stream and saw the pedal board that had me hooked again. The blooper was ordered today. Oh yeah, you won't regret that. The blooper is a wonderful pedal. It's just it's a loop machine. I think the blooper plus just the blooper. Yeah, if I could just had to choose one pedal from this pedal board, it would be the blooper. Blooper with some reverb maybe. And everything else is optional. But the blooper is important. Ono writes, Chase Bliss pedals are really creative. I use Habit, but I need something to capture it. Yeah, that's perfect. You use the blooper to capture Habit. That's good. I do that pretty often. It's one of my main workflows with the Habit. And Ono writes, are there things you want to add to the pedal board that you have discovered recently? No, I think I'm pretty happy with this pedal board at this point, actually. Something you can't see right now is maybe. Wait, let me show you. I can show you. Because I have this beautiful camera here. Okay, now below the piano, you can see that's the end of the chain. That's the beginning. There is another looper, the 720, which is fine. I basically use it because this looper here does some weird stuff when you pitch it down, because I think it's recording in 16-bit, and when it just plays at half speed, it's at 8-bit. I don't know. It sounds weird. But it's not. Other than that, it's fine. Then this is probably the most important pedal here, which is the delay pedal, and it's a pretty beautiful one. I use that a lot as well. I think this one, the blooper, and this reverb. This is what I use most. And the other stuff is, it's nice to have, but it's not really. If it wasn't there right now, I would not be. I could still do my job, basically. Yeah, I mean this looper is also nice. I think I have basically 2 chains. This is one chain, this is the other one. This here is in mono, this here is in stereo. But yeah, the looper I think is also nice. So maybe the looper, this delay pedal, and then here the blooper plus reverb, and that's it. Oh. Okay, the camera just died. Wait, let me just get a new battery. Yeah. Uno writes, I'm thinking Chase Bliss CXM as a reverb, but it's too expensive. Yeah, I mean, I totally get this feeling. I know how it feels to think, oh, this is so nice, this reverb, I maybe need that, and after a while you're convinced you need that because then you could finally start writing something. And what it really is just, at least for me, it's laziness. And it's this idea that once you get this, you just have to pay and then you will make beautiful music. And it never happened to me. It's always, in the first couple of days are nice with that new toy. And then after a while you realize, it doesn't work. it still doesn't write music for me. And then you write something with it and maybe it's okay. And yeah. So, I don't know. I'm really trying to not get too much into, or use the time and the money I spent buying new gear on just making music. I think because in the end, I know, especially if you have lots of other stuff to do, it's so easy to you know, if you're in the evening sitting on your couch or anything, or lying in a bed and you're just tired and you feel like, man, I can't really just put more energy into making music right now because it's just too much and I have to get up tomorrow and whatever. I have 2 children and it's a lot. And in this state to think, okay, but what I can do is I can spend some money and just, you know, buy some gear, but that's always, it never really, never did anything for me, except for maybe buying something I actually don't really need. And realizing what I really needed, what I really had to do was just to sit down and make some music and create a bunch of crappy tracks and bad ideas, and then the 10th idea I'm writing is maybe something good, and then I have to put in more work to develop that, and then I have to put in more work to, you know, it's just a lot of work. And I think this whole gas thing is just a way of, yeah, it's an illusion. It's an illusion to think that this actually helps. I'm not saying that. I mean, if you want to buy the Chase Bliss reverb pedal, it's probably pretty good. It's probably really good. But I think the time spent watching reviews about that gear and could be better spent, and the money could be better spent on writing music and maybe renting a studio, getting some session musicians in. Yeah, but I've been there. I've been there so often when you don't have any energy anymore because you had a stressful day, but you still want to work on this thing and your dream on, and yeah, but you don't have any energy left, and then what you can do is just, you know. But it never really worked for me anyway. Ono writes, and one more great question about topics that are not talked about much. How do you deal with piano tuning problems? Well, I have a pretty good piano technician. I try to... yeah, it's weird. especially for the piano, because it always kind of feels detuned, no matter what I do. And then I think that's kind of in the nature of the piano, because you have these several strings and there's the tempered, tempered tuning, what's well-tempered, yeah, you know what I mean. So it's always a little bit wrong. But for me, it's in the end, these are details I will worry about once I have the time and the resources for it, which will probably be never. Because what I think, it's important, but it's kind of, for me, this is kind of a little thing here. And the most important thing is the composition and the and the music you write, and the melodic elements, the rhythmic, the colors, and obviously this piano tuning is kind of color, but it's not as important as what instrument plays what and how texture. How do you design that texture? What's the harmonic progression of a track? So these are the things I'm mainly concerned with, because I think they are the most important one, and they are, for me, even more important than audio quality. And for example, Berceuse, like I said, again, in streams, most successful track. I haven't tuned my piano for a year when I recorded that, and yeah, I don't know. It's there's distortion in the master, so the piano is distorting in some points. It's technically it's really not up there, but I think the composition is good. I mean, good is really highly subjective again, and if you would ask, I don't know, a classically trained musician who really loves his Beethoven and Bach and Verdi, and this is pretty like a children's song, but I think it's okay. It's really not too bad. So I'm mainly concerned with that, and after that, if I have resources and time, I do. Maybe we'll look into that. But yeah, right now I don't feel like I have enough resources for that, and most importantly, I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to play that track here. So let's go with Driven. Yeah, so I don't know. Oh, this battery is almost empty as well. So, well, the camera will be off pretty soon, I think. Anyway, rest of the stream with no camera. Yeah, I think what I'll do today is just cut a 40-second version of this video for that track for Instagram, and I think that's it. Let's go to Instagram. And you see, I mean, that's like, since I've been on these playlists, I constantly, when I go to Instagram, I have this couple of new people following me, and I mean, I'm not growing quick. It's taking a long time, but I'm growing. Like maybe at 2,000 followers in a couple of months, and going towards 10,000 followers on Spotify. So it's nice to see. But yeah, this one will be a black and white video again, and I'm thinking, how do I do that? Like this one was fairly successful, and I think all the videos where there's a face in there, yeah, are more successful, or where there's a person. You can actually see 700 plays. Okay, 800, 700. Yeah, so I'm thinking, okay, here that's not the most beautiful cover, and this one didn't get much as well. I don't know. This is the Alice video, which I really like, but anyway, this as well. Anyway, yeah, we'll think about that later. Okay, for now, let's stop the music here and cut that video. And music. So what I thought right now was to just start with these B-roll things from the plant here to the piano, and the name of the piece, Elegy for Peace. with the electronics, here the pedal board. And then my face, because I feel like people can relate to faces more than just hands on a piano and plants. So I think it's a good place to start. Is the video still quite some frames off? I don't know. Yeah, it's a little bit late, so I'll just put that 2 frames. Yeah, and that's what I do, you know? that's how I cut the video. That's another frame to the left. Maybe one more. And then Nah, that was too much. Okay, and one back. That's how it is. That's how my work, how my day looks, you know, when I really liked this perspective here because you have the you know, the guitar here, you have the depth. I mean, it's color-wise, it's pretty dark. You know, all this space here is basically empty. So I could see me pulling that up a little bit, maybe like that. I mean, it should be dark, but it shouldn't be too dark. Yeah, I think honestly we're done already. I did that tomorrow in the today in the morning. I cut that, so I think, yeah, we can just fade out here, and that's it. And one thing I also wanted to find was how do we do that? Because let's save this. There was some B-roll I recorded for another video, which I never really used, except for just little videos, like for Spotify, these canvas videos. But I think it's fair game to use it here. Let's see. Aufnahmen. Oh no, that's from the recording session. Blätter. Yeah, that's what I mean. All right, these here. 1, 2, 3. And there's another one. Wow, there's another one I haven't used from the Opal video. Straße. No, that's me walking, looking kind of like a stupid person.
I'll just film.
Okay, yeah, that was video shoot with material I haven't really used. Wohnung, no, that's I think all just, that was for the Vienna video, which I never used, all this material. Yeah, kind of wanted to use that, but never really did. Ah, that's you can hear my daughter. Uno writes, was this shot with a cameraman or was it a self video from different angles, Felix? It looks very good. Thank you. Some frames are unstable and this side oscillation is very good. Some frames are unstable and this slide oscillation looks very good. I don't quite know what you mean with unstable. I mean, the problem is a little bit that I messed up the setting in the camera because it does have first of all, my girlfriend is not allowed to. I mean, my girlfriend shot this. Like, I prepared this and went through this place here and just looked for good, perspectives, and she sat on the piano just as some kind of sit-in, and I just saw, okay, now this looks good, put the light here, I put the light there, use this, I don't know, a certain lens for this, for example, I used a 153 millimeter, some old, wait, I can show you. I used these lenses here. Yeah, so I walked around, took this lens. You can't really see it because the camera won't focus now. It's a 135 Canon lens, 2.5, so it's okay. And I love this one. But I can show you which I use this. I love to use this. This, for example, is shot with this lens, which is the Helios 44-2. Which is a 58 millimeter, no 58 millimeter lens, and it's some kind of Soviet old thing. It's very sharp in the middle and has a really beautiful round bokeh. It's actually been used in Hollywood films because of its qualities. It's very sharp in the middle, so, and it has lots of character. I think on Batman Returns they used this. And yeah, it's just a really beautiful lens, and it has a very distinctive, you can see this here, distinctive look when there's light shining into it. Here you get this halo. It's even more beautiful in color, but yeah, and this I think is, yeah, that's also this lens. You know, you get this lens flare here from the side, and you get the depth of field, and to the side it's really getting blurry, like in a circular form, and yeah, it's just a, yeah, this is now just really, and you see the light there. I just placed that light here, so you get these reflection, this stuff. Okay. Ono writes, I'm talking about the slight swaying of the camera. It looks very natural rather than a steady tripod shot. Yeah. It's that's also why I usually ask someone to hold the camera. I mean, I do. You know, for example, for my girlfriend, I just told her exactly where to stand, which camera, which lens to use, which perspective, what I wanted to see and what I didn't want to see. And then, yeah, she took these pictures. I think it's pretty beautiful. She did a great job, especially considering that she, you know, it's not easy for her right now to carry stuff, to hold stuff. So yeah, really think it's pretty good. Pretty nice of her to do that for, I think we spent 45 minutes from all perspectives, and took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 takes from different perspectives. So yeah, but that's also part of my work. Like, the kids are sleeping, okay, great, now I can set up all the lighting, now I can look for put the plants where they should be. Wait, maybe you haven't seen. No, wait, it's gone. Yeah, here you can see that's from yesterday. Well, it's basically the same place behind me, where I'm sitting here right now with a different chair. I put the light there, put another light to the left, put the plants here, and yeah, so that was my setup basically. Yeah, you can have another video. Oops, of that's how it looked. And behind me and to the left and to the right, there's just trash lying around, and it's just a mess. But this part looked nice, and that's all we cared about. Yeah. So yeah, I think person in chat, that's not happening. I really I don't know what you're doing here, but it feels like you're trolling. Oh, okay. Now everybody who's seeing this wants to know. So there's a guy in chat who's just, I don't know, being a little weird, but that's okay. You can be weird, my friend. That's fine. All right. I think this is pretty much done. Elegy for Peace, and yeah, I especially love this camera angle with the 135mm Canon thing. It's pretty heavy, pretty big, But yeah, it also has these nice lens flares where it just, you see that, and then the whole image lights up and becomes a little more. Okay, the camera has just died. Let me just get rid of this. Yeah, the whole image just flares up and becomes like washed out like this. You know, go from this to, and then light hits the lens and all contrast is gone, but it suddenly looks so, I don't know, smooth, and especially this back and forth. And here again, this is the Helios 44-2 with that nice ring. Yeah, I'm really, really heavy into these lens flares. I really like that. Now, one thing I really miss here is something that represents these other things you can hear. White bladder. Hey, there was this thing I recorded for Opal. Anyway, let's take these three here. They are definitely usable. No, two. No. Alright, these three here. We could definitely use these. This is again with the 44.2, and I mean the contrast is pretty low here. You can see there's this halo here. And it's also shot in, I think, 120 frames per second, so it's kind of I have to slow that down afterwards. And you can see this bokeh here. It has a very strong oval shape, and if you had more bokeh here, it would look like this. And in the center, it's very sharp. It's a really unique, very special lens. Very dreamy. Okay, now this can be slowed down, which is fine, but I want another. I need something else. Wait. Okay. I also have this hard drive here, which you can't see right now because the camera just died. Let me see if I can. Allow. Alright, if I can find. I'm looking for some specific Material. Checken Abstand für Fotos gesichert. Na, was ist das? Na, okay, that's not it. No, that's not it as well. Fiverr Fragmente Videos. That could be it. Opal Material. That should be. Oh man, I walked around the city here and just. Okay, no, that's not it. Yeah, that's driven. I walked around the city just recording some material, thinking maybe I can use that, But this here. These are the ones. I think they might. Man, this is so long ago. It's more than 1 year ago. And it's all in 120 frames per second, so we can slow that down quite substantially. That's why it's okay that it looks kind of wonky. Yeah, I think these were a heavy breathing. I'm thinking of that meme with the cat and the heavy breathing. Anyway, this one, we need this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Yeah, I think it did a couple of these. Okay. These. Alright. I think we have all we need. Okay. So let's go here. Yeah. So let's see. I mean, first of all, these need to be slowed down. Speed change, yes, please. I always forget how this works. Just 25% maybe. Yeah, nice. It's pretty smooth. Well, it's not as smooth as I hoped it would be, actually. Not as smooth as it would be. this is, you know, I mean, it looks kind of weird and cheesy, but I think it's the best I have right now for representation of this other, and especially in black and white. It's okay. It's okay, you know. I think in the first time the choir comes in, I think I want this to come in. Yeah, and it takes some time. Okay. Maybe we'll have to shift that a little bit. And we also need to think about how long this will be on, but I think, well, let's move that a little bit. I think there's another place where the light shines in a little more. Yeah, exactly. To the end, there's a little more light interaction. That's a little bit much, and yeah, it's a little bit much, I think. Okay, and that's what is happening there. It's pretty weird. I don't understand why this is happening right now. Let's see. I'm still not fully okay. It's at 59 frames per second, so we should be able to slow it down by 50%. I think should be possible. And as far as I understand this, it should be. And maybe it's just my computer just can't. That looks really bad. What is happening here? No. What are you doing? Okay, I have no idea what's happening. Let's see. Yeah, now you're watching somebody who doesn't really know what he's doing. That's always the best live streams. How do I, if anybody knows in chat, how do I unlink the audio file from the video file in DaVinci Resolve? Because I just want to delete this here without deleting. This should be fairly easy. And I know how to do it in Premiere because I've used that for years. I think there's a button or something, but I can't find it right now. Enable clip, yeah, change clip duration, okay, normalize audio, no clips up. Yeah, I just want to not link these. Oh, wait, here, there was something, I think. Was it? I don't know. There should be some very, okay, you know what? I think now you're watching somebody Googling. Unlink audio and video DaVinci. It should be fairly easy. Control-Shift-I. Okay, thank you. So I'll try Command-Shift-I, and it doesn't work. Tap on the chain link in the toolbar above. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, this one here. Ah, no. Okay. Okay, but it's still linked. You know, there's this little icon here. Yeah, it doesn't. So if I delete the audio now, will the video still be there? It's still linked. Ah, okay. Now I can press this. And yeah, okay. Oops. No, shouldn't press. Yeah, okay. So that's what it is. Yeah, that looks better. All right, and now we just have to find the right moment for this to come in. And there, when this chord hits, it's right about there. Cut the rest, and we just have to find part that's not moving too much, because it should all be really soft movement, like some kind of. What is happening here? I don't know. I think the camera is really shaking heavily. And I don't know why. Okay. No idea why. But I mean, if you look at the bokeh, you can really see the quality of this. This is again the 44.2 Helios. Okay, it's weird, but the beginning is fine. And the beginning is fine. Okay, anyway, let's try another one. I think they all were kind of pretty similar. Okay, and this one is also 50 frames, so we should comfortably be able to slow that down by, hey, okay, by 50%. Okay. I mean, this is not bad. I think it's a little too short. And again, I pressed the wrong delete button. That's another thing you have to get used to in DaVinci Resolve, in this software here. Again, 50% slower, because I feel like this, when you hear stuff that is not, you can't see, so in this case the choir singing, you can't really hear that, can't really see that, but you can hear it, so that's kind of weird. No, I'm still alright. So yeah, that's okay, but there was another, there was a short sample of this I used in, I think it's from this here. I used for the spot. No, I'm always pressing the wrong delete key. Okay, I used for the Spotify canvas of Opal and of other tracks as well, I think. And I really liked that part. Let's see if I can find it. It's somewhere in here. Okay, let's first of all turn this black and white. Maybe some more contrast and darker. Yeah. Like that, maybe. Alright. Put that here and until that cut. Let's see. Okay, that's not bad. Maybe from the point where it goes into this blurry and then back. Okay, let's see. That's a lot of camera movement here. I'm not sure about that. And then it should be gone already. Maybe here. Yeah, we need to find a different spot in this video. Yeah, maybe when it just shines from the bottom here. Yeah, that's good. Just a smooth, buttery, dreamy. And at that point here, oops, it goes back. And then again, we have to think about, do we really, I mean, this opening shot says, okay, we're in this room with Felix and the piano and the plants. Some more contrast maybe, and a little bit brighter. And the blacks should be, the shadows should be A little darker. We can use that here. And maybe the highlights a little bit more. All right. Let's see. I really like. I like this. I don't know. I like this opening. Not sure. And the hands. That's good. I think that's good. Yeah, the light flares here, and this. And instead of going back here, I think we need to go to another. We need to cut to another part of this here. Maybe we'll just use the same instead of just, because otherwise it gets random really quickly. So just let's scroll through this timeline here if there's some more of that. Yeah, let's get some of this. Ah, this is even nicer. Oh, this is beautiful. Yeah. Ah, that's what I mean. I think that's what I meant. This part. Oops. Okay. I think we need to use that first because it's stronger. I think the first impression should be. Yeah, and maybe even a little bit earlier than the vocals. Yeah, it should. I think sometimes it shouldn't be just on the downbeat in the music. And at that point, we can go back. Yeah, okay, I think that's good. Boom, boom. That's a little bit too early. Okay, there. Yeah, that's what I mean. I work with video the same way I work with audio. It's really tedious, but I think it pays off in the end. Maybe not directly, but when you've created 10 nice videos, your channel will grow. And my YouTube channel is actually growing. I think it's crazy that there are right now actually more than 1,000 people subscribing. That's pretty insane. So I think I want to give them some quality, right? Something to look at, which is fun to look. Not fun, but just I don't know, which says something. I don't know if this does, but for me it does. Okay, and this one is not synchronized. That's too late. The video, I think. Maybe one more to the left. All right. Okay, and that's already enough for. I think for the Instagram thing, we'll just. All right. Okay, let's make this 1 minute long for the Instagram version. So we'll just duplicate the timeline, maybe. Duplicate timeline, all right. And this timeline will have a new name. That's called Instagram story. And we should be able to, timeline 1, Instagram story. That's what I need here. All right. And then I will have to, let's see, Instagram stories are 1080 by 1920, I think. So we'll have to change the format. Timelines, how do we do that? Timeline settings, yes. Monitor, use project settings. No, we will use another setting. Format. Okay, it's in HD actually. It's in 4K. So 1080 1020. So we have to reformat a lot of the stuff here. Basically everything. All right. So this is just a preview. I will post tomorrow. Yeah, together with the. I should post the video. Do I post the video? No, I think tomorrow I will post the video. No, there's a weird thing. I would love to post all of that this week, but then again, I also want to grow my YouTube channel. And for YouTube, it seems to be working to just constantly every week have a certain schedule to that you can stick to. So what I'm trying to do is, with every release, first release some kind of one single screen video, where it's just the cover, and I think I showed you that already. Yeah, where it's basically just the cover and the track. In this case, it's the whole album, but that's another story. And then the week after, next week, I will release this music video. So there's another upload, so people can come and watch that. Yeah, I think, and that's why I'm not quite sure what to do with these Instagram videos, but I think I'll just make a nice version of that. Like maybe not for. Okay, let's make it a minute long. Why not? Why not? But this is obviously not working. So yeah, we have to scale all that stuff a little. Not just a little, but quite a bit. Zoom. Boom. All right. And obviously there's a lot of stuff missing now, but that's how it is. Video settings. We have to. Okay. This doesn't work, so we'll just use the title and make that a little bit smaller. And I'm wondering, do I need to have my name here? Felix Rösch, la la la. Well, okay, I'll just leave it there, because why not? Zoom, let's zoom in to the pedal board and maybe change the position a little bit so you can actually see. And that's pretty thin here, so maybe we'll have to make this a little bit more. Okay, I think we'll have to do this differently. Format this differently. LG for piece, and we'll put everything in a new line. LG for piece, and now we can also make this a little bit. I mean, does this look okay? I'm not sure. LG for piece. Kind of looks like orgy for peace, but I think that would also be fine. Okay. Now this needs to be. Maybe I'll also put that in. Next thing here. All right. Maybe scale that up. Yeah. Maybe line spacing, a little more line spacing. All right. And here we also need some more line spacing. And I'm just doing this by eye. It's really LG for piece. Yeah, that looks fine. And from here to there, yeah. I mean, it's not like I'm going to win any design prizes here, but okay. Now this shot, and now it's really just zooming into these. Okay, my face. Man, I'm getting old. It's like the last half a year was so stressful that I feel like I aged 4 years in half a year. That's how it is. We age, and that's nice. I mean, not nice, but that's how it is. that's not a good position. I think that's better. Alright, then we have a new thing here. And again, let's zoom in and find something that... Yeah. Okay. Zoom in. And I want to have the light in here as well, so let's put that a little bit here. Okay, and then, yeah, that's how it goes. You know, that's what I'm doing. We're kind of went. Wait a second. Okay, sorry. So okay, that was not, I think that's not the best perspective for this here. So let's cut this. No, because the camera is moving. So we have to use different perspectives all the time. Oh, okay. Yeah, here. So the position I think is better here, so you can actually see the keys. Yeah, this is really this doesn't really work well in this format. I think maybe like that. And then I'm out of frame. Alright, and then this. Zoom, boom, 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 boom. Okay, a little bit to the left. And then we have this, and then we're done with the 9x16 version. And then it slowly fades out over this. Okay. Not quite sure how we'll do that. I think we can just, actually for the 16:9 version, we can just delete all of this. And then cut all these here. Bum, bum, bum. And we can even cut them here because that's the last image. Can we just select? So yeah, we can select several. I love DaVinci Resolve. It's so much easier. All right, and then we can just fade that out, probably. Yeah. Okay, that has to be a little bit faster, and we need to be out sooner. And at that point, we should be done. All right. I'll just cut all the audio tracks here as well. These are muted anyway, but it's just for good measure. All right. And this audio track should fade out as well. Okay, and maybe more linear. All right. We don't even see the piano. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. We need to see the piano here. Okay. And now do we see the plants? That's a bad opening shot for this format. In this format. Okay. Let's see. Maybe this is better. plant, piano, electronics. Okay, this does not work. Why is this here? Weird. Please go, thank you. Hands, alright. Another perspective with hands and face. And some artsy refuge. Piano hands. Piano from the back. This is color-wise, this is kind of weird because it's a lot flatter than the other images. So I'll just bring down the shadows a bit and well, you know what? Let's just increase the contrast. I think that will do it. And so the highs, some of these don't look, I don't know. Let's bring down the highs a bit. Alright, yeah, I think that's fine. And this can come in a little bit earlier, and then we're done. Yeah, okay. Alright, and I think all of these here, we can delete all these audio tracks because we don't need them. Delete empty tracks. No, that's nice. That's a nice feature. Okay, this one is not empty. Why? Ah, okay, here is something on there. We don't need that. Let's get rid of that. And again, say delete empty tracks. Alright, that looks better. Whoops. Good. Okay, now we also have more space for the video tracks here. Okay. Also, why not just bring that down, bring that here, and just clean this up a little. And this comes here, this goes there, this goes away entirely, and this comes here. Alright. Now that looks pretty clean. Well, almost. Okay. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. Alright. Like that. Perfect. Now we can again say delete empty tracks, and that's perfect. Alright. And again here, video 1, I think there are these things here. Alright. And this time we can actually press that famous delete key. Alright. And again, delete empty tracks. And now this looks really, this is good. Alright. Okay, let's watch it one more time, and that's the last time we'll watch this. Elegy for Peace. Alright. fade to black, and both 58 seconds. That's okay, that's like four stories. Whoever wants to see that can do so tomorrow. Okay, so that's one thing. I will copy that, and then we will create the timeline version, which is I think 4x5 or 5x4. Wait, duplicate timeline. All right. IG story, and let's see if we can. How did I rename that? Here, I don't know. Right click. Yeah, right click. Okay. Rename. Open in timeline. I don't know. Remove timeline. No, I want to rename it. Come on. Yes, that's just double clicking. All right. IG timeline. Okay. So we need another format. Timeline. Timeline settings. And I always forget what the format is for IG timeline video 5x4 format. Please tell me. 4x5 it is. It's 1080 by 1350. Okay. All right. And most of the time, this should work as well. Let's see. I'm not sure about. Maybe we'll leave the text out. Nah, I think it needs to be there. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure about this text, but. Oh wait, and I think. Okay, but I think this works fine. Well, this one here, I would love to see more of my hands. Okay. And here, I would love to see more of the sun at the bottom. Okay. Yeah, so this maybe a little bit to the left, although I think it's panning more to the left, so in the end. Okay, and here we definitely need to see more of the piano, of the keys, and maybe something. Yeah, that's good, so we get that thing here. Okay, and this is also lots of ears and not so much face. Let's go down a little bit. Right. Okay. That's difficult because I'm moving so much. I'm moving quite a lot. Okay, and here this also doesn't look really good. Maybe like that. Put down. All right. Let's listen from the beginning. Okay, we need to go a little lower with this one as well, so we can see the keys. And a little bit to the left. All right. Okay. And that's all I'm going to post tomorrow, so I'm not going to post the full video. I also do have some little behind the scene stuff for the video, but I think I'm going to post that next week, then on Friday. Okay, that's fine. Let's render this. How does this go? No? Yes, I think like that. Okay, location. This will be saved to Fragmente, videos, and then video number 12 is elegy for peace. This one will be called, not MOV, but elegy Instagram feed. It's for the feed. All right. And it should be in H.264. That's good. Maybe not QuickTime. MP4. All right. That should be fine. Add to render queue. All right. Then we need the story thing, and that's basically elegy IG story is the name. Place is the same. H.264 MP4. All right, looks fine. And render. I know it's just rendering one. Okay, we need to render the other as well. Yeah, but then I have this. That's good. And do we need more tomorrow? I'm thinking, what do we need for the release? I mean, I don't necessarily have to have all the sheet music and the new poster sizes and all of that tomorrow, because then I can take, you know, that each of these events can be a moment where I post something new and say, hey, here's the sheet music for that album. Hey, and here are posters for that album. And here, listen to that track. And now the video is out. And so there's like a constant barrage, because you don't really get to reach all the people on Instagram. You just roughly get about 10% of your followers each time you post. So posting more than once doesn't hurt. All right, let's just check if everything went well. Videos, elegy for peace. Yes, here they are. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. Add a little shot from the left and now from the right. It's a little weird, but I think that's fine. Yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. Okay. Yeah, especially these 135mm close-ups. It's really great for cutting back and forth. And this, yeah, I mean, it's fine. I think the music video will be basically this, but just continued. And the Instagram feed video. Yeah, that's good. Some trees in the wind, because why not? Okay, perfect. Just the name needs to be changed. IG feed. All right. Okay, I think that's it for today. Wait, let me see if I can switch on the camera just for once. I'll find a battery. And in the meantime, let's listen to some music. All right. Yeah, it works again. Okay, thank you everybody for being here today. Yeah, I mean that's what part of my day looks like. Making videos and preparing the release of the album tomorrow. So I think that's what I'll do for the rest of the day as well. I still do have to write some music for the audiobook, but maybe I'll do that now because it's also a little bit fun. But who knows? Thank you everybody for being here today. Ono was here. Wait, I'll have something a little bit more upbeat. It's not like my music is upbeat, but well, I don't have upbeat music. That's me. Yeah, we had a beautiful troll today. Robin, thank you for being here. Kali Session was here as well, and Losing My Mind was here. Yeah, it's beautiful to have all you people coming back. It's really a joy to make this. By the way, shout out to our subscriber here, Teroptelli. Yeah, I think next week I have no idea what we'll do. Maybe we'll finally be working on this Fakia collaboration and get this to a point where it actually works and makes sense. But we'll see. Until then, I wish you all a beautiful week, and I will see you again next week, Thursday, 10 a.m. hopefully Central European time. Today was a little bit late, but we'll make that. I'll make that up for you by being on time next week. Yeah, thank you everybody, and stay safe. See you soon.